Yes, you can. You always could. Don't lie to me. Hello, it's me again. It's 11:08 p.m., the 27th of August, 2023. And, well, I'm sorry, but it's going to be another sad, depressing, infuriating, stressing. It's going to be another bad podcast or episode or video, whatever the fuck this is. Because, well, first off, remember, I'm not giving up on the movement and, of course, to change the world. But, I just want to say what I feel, alright? Remember, I'm just trying to get my thoughts clearer into the world so that this way you can actually relate to me and you can actually go back to my journey, to my thought process, and to see how it evolved, how it devolved, or how it never changed, for good or for worse, for good or for bad. Consumerism and why I kind of I do since the beginning. Well, therefore I created. Well, therefore I have walked this road because of me giving up on the current humanity. Because, well, because everything seems to point to trade nature for things. We no longer trade nature for survival, then and thus become or trade or make or create more nature that gives us more survival, that gives us more nature. We no longer give a fuck about that. We're now past that point and now we're just okay with it. But once again, I don't want to blame billions of people because that's not how you resolve things. We can point fingers and yes, we get some answers, some information, some crucial information, but it does not do shit to solve the problem. You see, now my life seems to have met another problem, another debate, another debate on whether the movement is actually on whether the movement will actually do something, or we're just going to die. The dilemma, the problem, the conflict is simple, and it revolves that we have a problem, right? But we can't solve it because solving it would mean to teach the whole town how to behave, to teach the whole town that drugs are bad, to teach the whole town that taxes are for something, and to teach the whole state that taxes may be controlled by evildoers, organized crime, and that good people may just end up in the bottom of a fucking river, of a shit river, literally, just wastewater on a treatment plant. You see, I love my country, but I never loved it for its people, and I never have chained myself to a thing, an idea, a concept, a material thing, because I learned very young that it doesn't fucking matter at all. There's no loyalty, just being smart or outsmarted. There's no such thing as doing a good thing because you're just only giving time that is going to be wasted. You're just delaying the inevitable. And of course, in much smaller but crucial points of our lives, we do find an event, we do find a turning point, a road that diverges into two paths. But because we are just too stupid, or dumb, or child, or immature, or all of us, all of that above, or all of the above, we just don't, we just didn't recognize its importance, and of course that it would direct us onto a very different path in our lives, that to solve it, to go back in the main road that we wanted, to go to another road that we wanted, it's only taught and seen on the movies and on music and in the old times. But that shit don't happen no more. The only way to change your road, and I mean you, if you're watching me and you're not from the first world, even though you live in one, you know what I mean. You may have done bad and you know it. Nightmares may haunt you every day. You may relive the sins you committed, the errors you you decided to commit. And although you may be a good man and a good woman, a good human right now, that is good by just don't fucking anyone, you know that deep in you, you either search for punish to end everything, or to just redeem yourself and find a resolution and maybe be cleansed of your sins, of your errors, and try to live it to the actual past and try to reborn as a new human. That road can be done. Absolutely. That's what of course always gives us hope, because it is absolutely doable. But it is absolutely doable for a small percentage of people. And and it's just hard. It just seems impossible. It just seems impossible because no human across history has tried to fix the humans. Everyone's always tried to control one another. Everyone's always tried to sell one another, to eat one another, to fuck one another, and to burn one another. I know that this problem has always been with me, but now when the solution is about to come, may come, I hope it comes. It it is not going to resolve shit. It is not going to resolve shit. Because the town is going to be the same. But we just going to be wealthier. We're just going to be in a little palace. We're just going to be spending on more material things. We never think of repairing or solving the problem. We always think of how to avoid it, how to put a band-aid on it and pretend it doesn't hurt, it doesn't affect us. And then when it's too late, when the predictable, when the inevitable happens, when we get robbed, when we get assaulted, when we get shot, when we get fucking knives to a fucking stomach, when we get kidnapped, raped, you always wonder, we always get angry and shout to our governments, why didn't you help? Why didn't you did something? When we didn't did shit about it. The government, at least in America, still those the government still do lack that nationalism grounded to each town of each member of said government. You see, that's a problem that I am seeing in Latin America, which I fucking hate. I may be wrong and I may be even a little bit racist. Racist. But it seems that history is always trying to teach us that a fucking white, blue-eyed president that has a fucking European, like very European name to govern a fucking Latin American name, like in Latin American country, kind of does not goes hand in hand and it never ends well. Oh, it doesn't. It always are fucking corrupts, and those motherfuckers have always lived outside the fucking country they're governed with. They're governing. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, put a fucking illiterate dumbass hillbilly to govern fucking Latin America. Oh no, no, no. But there's the fucking national universities which always produce some of the geniuses, the best humans on earth that have gained their place on the societies, that may enjoy a wealthy life, that may not, but still everyone has the same fucking great education that their country can provide. And instead of wanting to be the leaders of the country, they go to the USA, they go to Canada, to Australia, to Europe, and leave everyone behind. And then only gave money, good amounts of money to the country. But it didn't solve shit. And we cannot blame them, because all the country gave them was creepy teachers, was taking away the lives, was their fathers and mothers working 12 hours a day for a measly job, for a measly pay. All the country gave them was getting fucking robbed, was having friends, but which only fun rely on the end of a fucking bottle of alcohol. The countries have only give them nothing and take everything in return. It's a chicken or an egg kind of problem. Do we fix the people first, or do we fix the government first? If we fix the government first, then we leave the people. And if we fix the people, then we left the government. It seems to be a choice of whether we become new humans, actually fucking humans. But there is no more economy. Yes, we can feed ourselves, but there is no economy. Or we are still us. We still care about our economy, and we're just monsters. The worst monsters. The ignorant. Those who annihilate an entire continent without knowing. Those who annihilate entire cultures that have lived across the ages for a funny looking glass that shines. But now we're too far. We're too far deep into this shit, into 2023. It seems that we either choose to stop everything and keep our nature, deal with climate, keep it, and this time slowly but more harshly and more human than ever grow our cities, feed everyone, or we keep our path of 2023 and we trade our nature to keep buying ourselves little devices that entertain us for hours while we forget how to speak our native tongue. We forget what we even fucking are. We don't care that it was made by literal children that are only born to be slaves. We don't care about that. We don't care that there's countries waging war because of a funny sticky black liquid. We don't care that there's entire mountains, thousands of animals, of plants, of everything that lives and breathes and is on Africa or Asia or Latin America. We don't give a fuck about destroying that because we have our little funny glasses that are bright and shine and have colors. Because, well, we don't have animals. We don't have parks. Our walls are grey. Our buildings are repetitive. And the streets are hostile because they're not meant for men to walk. They are meant for machines to walk, to run, to pollute, to make extremely fucking annoying sounds, to be wasted. Right now, because the movement and I are nothing, we are following just the road of 2023. This is why I gave up. Like, I already gave up on humanity. This is why I cannot go back. Just like humanity right now, in 2023, I am also deep in my shit. And I only have also two roads. I gave up. And that is the worst because what do you think I'm going to think every second of my life after knowing all the shit that I know, after thinking and trying to come up with answers and resolving problems of the world that I know always impact my country because there's no escaping. What do you think is going to happen to me, to my mind? What do you think is going to happen if I give up and be normal, just like every one of you? But instead of normal, I'm a dumbass because I am. I'm a misfit. What do you think is going to happen to all my dreams, to all the things that I've proven right, to all the things that I and only I can dream of and bring to life? I'm just going to be another one. Another one who just killed himself, who just died alone. And then the world is going to know, wait, he had the fucking cure of cancer. Wait, he had the fucking cure of unlimited energy. He had the cure for fucking nuclear energy. He had the cure to fucking manufacturing. He had the cure to a fucking new mathematical formula that allows us to make AI. And now we're never going to know. But we don't care. Let's just let the machines do that. And yeah, it's going to cost about $100 billion, but it's fine price to pay for machines instead of our fellow humans. That's what's going to happen. And I'm not trying to boast myself into being a fucking, oh yeah, I'm a great man. I should be kept alive. I should be treated like a king. No. No. If I give up, what message do I send to you? If I give up, me who has a easy life, to be honest, who has all the tools that I need, but of course that is extremely flawed, like every one of you, and not everyone. There's of course some good fucking angels, good fucking gods amongst us. But what kind of message will I give to every one of y'all if I just gave up? If I just give you the answers that I could find But then you know that that man who came up with these answers and this new way of living, of thinking, because it couldn't convert more people, the world, to this thinking. Now that man lies in a little urn, cremated by his own doing. Where you gonna think? Some of you may be encouraged and take it to your own hands to keep going, to be better. Some of you may be in conflict and either just stop altogether or just do everything right there, right now, whatever the fucking cost, and cause a little bit of noise and damage. And some of you just are not going to bat a fucking eye because I will just be another news on your little device, scrolling endlessly. You're just going to be numb. Because what else is there for you? You only have that device to bring you joy. You only have the sins of fucking, of getting high on drugs, on getting drunken, of gambling. You only have those things along with your device that keeps you going because you have nothing else. You and a billion others. The more I think about now, about reality, how unbalanced it is, the more I can only think about two paths that we humans have, which is weird, almost unnatural for me, for my mind, for my soul, because I'm unchained. I think of 1,000 stories, I think of 1,000 resolutions, answers. But we humans, every day that I learn more and more about economics, about politics, about war, about manufacturing, about food, about culture and history, the more I learn about it and the more I myself come up with histories only to entertain me. I can only see two paths that humanity can and only can choose. That we either live or we either die. Spiritually, physically, materialistically, wherever you fucking put it. I can only think that we either die or we either live. And each scenario will see death in huge numbers. One more than the other, But at least the exception would be that one is forever and one will not stop killing. I really can only think when, of course, I bring myself to this to think, to resolve. I can only think that we will die. We will die. And those who survive will not be humans at all. There will be just the spawn of the most monstrous, evil, fucked up humans. And they will never know it because we will erase it. We will erase all the evidence because we will have all the power to do it and no one will stop us. Or we just risk it all. Not really risk it, but we just, in fact, just gamble the numbers of dead that will take to repair the world. Not a war, but just humans killing themselves. Not a war, but suicide. And from those ashes, true new humans will born that will never commit the atrocities that we committed. That nature will be the same. That they will commit thousands of errors, but never ours. Because they will not give a fuck about material things. They're only going to give a fuck about living, enjoying the nature, taking care of it, studying, innovating, not at the expense of the world, just at the expense of time, and of course of innocence. That can be done because there has been no one trying to do that. Once again, only religions have tried to bend. Humanity separates us instead of unites us under a fucking false god, under a fucking stupid crown. But no one will. Well, no one has tried what we should try. And we should try because once again, is it the die that we fucking die? There's no guarantee. There's no fooling ourselves. Because we're not. We're not. This is a world built on money and machines. And the world that we should fight for, the world that we should peacefully fight for. But you and me, you know, nothing is achieved peacefully. That world is a world of true humans, nature, and unisons. Instead of money and machines, they're just living and moving. Of course, I know there can be millions of people that may agree with every word that I say, that eventually can hear it, or maybe not, depending on how censored I become. But I think I'm going to be alright. I'm not trying to do anything stupid, right? But I also know that there's going to be millions, once again, and I already wrote about this. There's going to be millions that are going to foolishly think that by following the movement, by fighting, by dying with the movement, is going to pay the debts, is going to pay the sins that a fucking criminal just fighting and dying because of our movement is going to go to the heaven. No. No. Only your gods will judge you by the universal rules that if you are bad, you're bad. If you are good, you're good. And if you were really bad, you have no salvation. And of course that you may suffer or be mercifully killed in your mortal form while being eternally punished in your afterlife. There's going to be millions of people that are going to try and take advantage of the movement because of our radical ideas that are just based in trust and of course based on a simple form of law, which can be problematic at first, but once again, because if this movement actually works and we have all the fucking geniuses to our side, there's not going to be any flaw. It's just going to take time for us to get familiar with the punishments that the movement have. And of course, once again, those people who foolishly try to take advantage of it are going to be a controversial news. 1,000,000 people just died with a clean shot in their heads, all in unison. This day is going to be known as the day of 1,000 thunders or 1,000 shots. And then we're just going to cremate them and whatever, get rid of them because they're fucking stupid. And once again, there's no place for evil, there's no place for bad people, because there's just not. If they commit errors, we don't give a fuck. But there's a remarkable, really wide line between being human and committing human errors and being a fucking evil and being a human of 2023. There's a clear fucking line, and I don't give a fuck. Don't fool yourself into thinking that, well, he just liked minors and he just bought a fucking girl with a goat. He's alright, it's his culture. No, it isn't. Oh, that's alright. He just killed a black guy because he was black. Come on now. Give him a break. No. Oh, come on. He just beat the shit out of his wife and then raped her. Come on, it's his wife. He is the man of the house. He provides everything. No. Oh, come on. He just, grab a little money every now and then. About $1 billion. But and then of course go to an island and then of course raped about 17 actresses and 17 actors. Who gives a fuck? No. If you rob, you're not going to be fucking beheaded. But if you robbed after being given everything to live, like everyone, what do you think is going to happen? No, you're not going to get killed, but you're going to get punished. But if you kill someone because you're fucking stupid, or because you were drugged, or because you were fucking drunk, then you're just going to cause more problems. Get the fuck out of here. And I mean, get the fuck out of here. Once again, it's controversial, but at least it's not going to be hypocritic. It's not going to be. We're not going to be lying because that's the whole fucking point. We're going to be aware of everything that we do and we're going to embrace it. We're just going to be true, and we should never do evil. We should never fire first. We should always seek to resolve every single problem by word, by treaty, that does not fuck with nature or man or its land, because we are better than that, or could be at least. But although there may be a million people that liked us, that follow us, there may be a million people that take the wrong idea, and there may be a million people that are going to try to take direct advantage of us or indirect advantage of us. There's going to be a billion people aiming their nuclear weapons at us. Nah, there's just going to be like a little government agency that is going to put accidents in the form of a one bullet in our heads. We're just going to have a lot of accidents, you know, flying without cause, eating something bad. And I sometimes eat like a 50 cal, and it tends to go to my fucking brains. It sometimes happens, you know. Sometimes when we try to board our planes, it tends to just explode thanks to a loose round, in the form of a fucking hunter missile. Everyone knows that. It's common knowledge. That happens. That's our future. And if we are lucky, well, nah. We're not going to be lucky. We're just going to tell the fucking truth. And those governments who are willing to follow every word that we say, but of course, they're not going to be fucking bad. They're just going to follow every word. That's it. But those governments who become our allies, well, we just hope that we have those that can prevent those accidents in our heads. But yeah, the most optimistic numbers, the most optimistic percentage that I can give to you about the movement, and if it works and when it works, is that we're going to separate the world in half, and just in half, which once again may be controversial at first, but we don't give a fuck about it. When something is controversial between that and literal nuclear warfare, I think we have a better chance to live with something controversial. That still does not make it right, but who and what fucking options do we have? What? Can we just bring them a little flower and they're going to open and disarm their nuclear weapons? No, 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 no. And the worst percentage that I can give you is, you know what, let's do the maths because I want to. I think it's going to be kind of funny. 8 billion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 8 billion people. Alright, so point 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 8. No, 1. The best and the other percentage of success that we may have is 0.000000000000001% of success, which is me living. That's the worst percentage of success that we have. and that can be kind of like point zero zero point zero 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 0.05% because I may cut my hand. uh, so that's it. Those are the chances. And I feel worse because I know that everything I just said is not going to do shit about my country, and I'm going to see it turn grey, flood, burn, go into droughts, go hungry, be beheaded by terrorist organizations, by criminals organizations, and then I'm going to be a billion SUVs. I'm going to see a billion people obese with their loveless children, with their soulless lives. I'm going to see 1,000 skyscrapers made of blue glass that require 1,000,000 homes to keep the AC running. I'm going to see the capital. No, not the capital. I'm going to see the best views of my land taken over by some weird fellows that tend to have blonde hair, be really strong and tall, and speak the language that I am speaking right now, the English language. All of those people that are just going to be living like emperors, not kings, like emperors, while their neighbors are living in shit, killing children just to buy themselves a little bit of coke, a little bit of cocaine. I'm going to see my fucking country sell the fucking beaches, sell their unique nature to the fat man, fat white man, to the dumbass wealthy of the north and the east and the west and the south even. While I see the only remains of my country just slowly die, forget their tongue, forget their thousands of history, go away, drinking a popular red brand of cola, watching endlessly either a TV or a small fucking device. I know it's kind of bad, but don't worry, I will never take for granted the words and the solutions that I say. Once again, that's not the point of the movement. The whole point is to bring our solutions, bring our fucking answers so fucking true and so fucking undestroyable, unstoppable, that then we can rely that we are doing the right thing. But right now, although it sounds a bit bad, don't worry, I'm not trying to become a new mustache man. Although it sounds a little bit bad, the most I explain the problem, the more the answers take a whole lot of fucking sense to work. And the more I just don't care about what humans say that is, oh, it's inhumane, oh yes, you're sure. And you live in your beautiful house by all the technology made by. Oh, what's that technology made by, huh? You don't know that. You don't care, right? You only change it every year for every minor inconvenience, don't you? Oh, but you enjoy your wonderful cuisine. You enjoy your wonderful food that you, of course, are never hungry. Oh, but that food, where it came from? How is it bring to your table? Oh, well, you don't know, huh? You don't care. Oh, but you still call me. You still call the movement inhumane. Okay. Yeah. You just thinking you're dumb. You're just dumb, or you're just fucking cynic, fucking dumbass that is more blinded than a fucking wooden. I don't know, wooden bat. I don't know. Give a fuck. I don't know. That the more is clear to me that that just literally is fucking useless. If you want to help, maybe. Well, if you want to help, first we need to take care of the security of every journalist, because of course, we want the journalists to keep their heads in their shoulders and not on the floor filled with blood. I know there's good journalists, and I guess journalism is supposed to just bring the truth. What happened, right? Without a bias, without any form of selling the truth. You get paid, but not because you're telling the truth, just because you research, and that's it. You put your life in danger, you should be rewarded, but not your business is not to sell the truth. Your business is not that. Your business is to either be human or be against it and let the humans fight and eat themselves because of a funny words and a very detailed image. Once again, the whole point of the movement is not a perfect world because it doesn't exist and it should never exist. What it should be is the best humans ever to live and to keep living for a millennium. The whole point of the movement is to unite everyone and separate everyone at the same time. To just stop with the fucking material things, but to feed everyone. To stop the stupid and useless innovations, but also to innovate. Is to stop all the weapons. And to stop all the weapons. It's just to see the stars. And instead of wanting to go there, just naming them and knowing that your children and your grandchildren are going to be there to see the same stars as you. That you're going to live a life in wherever role your community, not the world, not the state even, just your community has for you. That's your role, and you're going to be happy because you chose it. You are free, but not free to fuck everyone. You're going to find love or not. You're going to venture or not. You're going to create or not. You're going to help create or help transport or help bring or help everything. But this time, there's no lies. There's no, oh yeah, I'm going to create a new car. And it's all going to be hand built here. And I don't care about money. But I do want to see this car compete in the races and all that shit. I do want to see this car in some festivities and let the people drive it in, of course, in safety. and then I'm just going to go back and take the bus and take my bicycle and take the train and be with my family or with my loved ones or with just me alone with my little dog or my plants or my books and my stories and my comics and my toys. Or I'm just going to feed myself, go to the center, have a party, have everything literally that I fucking want because humanity is worth it, because that humanity, that the movement humanity is worth it, and I don't give a fuck. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I have a role. I am human, and I have never committed a fucking bad thing. I commit errors. I sometimes I'm lazy. I sometimes like a bit of much fruits. I like a little bit of more of candies. I'm sorry. I sometimes curse a lot. I sometimes get a little bit drunk. I sometimes get a little bit angry. I'm a bit down. I'm a bit jealous, and I'm a bit unlaced with women. I'm human, but I'm not evil. I'm not the problem. This time, that time when it comes, if it comes, I fucking hope it comes. Of the movement, this movement, that's it. New humans, just living. A billion cultures, united by the same rulers, united and managed by a billion cultures. No one driven by money, no one driven by power, because no one needs it. And everyone knows it. Everyone knows the same universal laws. Everyone is taught the same universal education, and everyone enjoys the same universal freedom and, of course, their necessities and freedom and their responsibilities. Every one human on earth, that is the only thing that I can see. And it is not full. It is not good. It is not to be full. Because because of all the good things that I remember. Ah, because of all the good things that I remember, never came from a fucking material thing. Always came from my family, from my friends, from the nature, from my dogs, from cats, from birds, from bushes, from trees, from water, from rain, from skies, from loved ones. And I know every single one of you remembers the same. But nowadays, the only good times that I have, thankfully, are still my family. But now it's just my family and a black screens, which at least I'm trying to make the most out of it in the form of trying to help the world and trying to bring them laughs and trying to bring them tears to the eyes with my music and trying to bring them emotion with my stories and art. But still, all of those good things that you and me remember never came from a material thing. It is always ourselves and nature. It is always love, happiness, sadness, a challenge that we made, a sunset that we always remember, that is worth living for. Well, it has been an hour. Well, yeah, about an hour. It is 12:09 a.m., 28th of August 2023. I'm J.BBTafka. I'm sorry for bringing this sad, depressing, stressing, triggering podcast episode, video, whatever the fuck this is. I'm sorry. And I hope you learned something. You I hope you get interested in the movement. But don't do anything stupid. Because this movement is not stupid. I'm just stupid, but the movement isn't. Well, I'm going to try and end my day the best way I can, which is by writing, by drawing, by playing music, by finishing my goddamn album, by playing a little bit of cowboy game, or maybe a little bit of race game with crashes, or maybe just put a little bit of music with a little bit of Floyds that tend to be pink, or little insects that tend to be beetles, and then brush my teeth, brush my face, and go to sleep and hope that either I dream on something good or I just don't dream and just wake up all fucking great and ready and hungry to come and to start a new day. I wish you to be well. I hope you are well. I hope you are doing fine. Be good, be kind. Don't be stupid, but do something stupid. Well, don't do something stupid, but you know what I mean. Don't do stupid things. But just have fun. Laugh. Hug your loved ones. Drink water. Do exercise. Go out, touch grass, hear the little birds singing, hear the little leaves. Yeah, the leaves of trees sing. See the skies, the clouds. Just enjoy yourself. And don't start and get all nihilistic and all depressed. Because you're not going to help shit with that, okay? So just man up, and you're not going to help anyone by doing that. So man up, find an answer. Don't be fucking fool. Don't grow a fucking head so big that you think, oh, we have an answer. No. Because you need to put that fucking answer to test. You need to put that fucking answer to all the little tests in your head with every fucking aspect, with every point of view, and resolve it. If it's good, if you finally tend to see that, hey, killing on cold blood because of jealousness is bad. Oh, congratulations, you have found an answer that killing because of jealousness is bad. Thank you. So now go on, find the cure of cancer, find how to make viable fusion energy. Go out and find new ways of solar energy. Go out and find a kinetic battery. Go out and find fungus food. Go out and find a replacement for beef. Go out and find some bitches. Why don't you get some bitches? Alright, I'm done. 12:13 a.m. It was good, it was great. It has been long as video. Hope you enjoy it, and my phone is about to explode. And thank you. My name is J.BBTafka. See you in the next episode. Take care. Love you. Well, not, I don't love you. Fuck off. Just kidding. See you. Thank you. Bye.